Link TV, connecting you to the world. Link TV is viewer supported. Watch more at linktv.org.
Laura, tell us a little about your military background.
Well, you mentioned that I went to West Point. I graduated in 1988 and was commissioned as a second lieutenant and served 3.5 years active duty at Schofield Barracks in Hawaii.
And John, what about you?
I actually enlisted in the Army in 1987, and I was commissioned in 1990 as a second lieutenant, and I served in the Army Reserve here in Camp Parks, Pleasanton.
And you actually were in the military while this policy of don't ask, don't tell came about.
Yes, actually, I was standing in the command room on drill weekend when the order came across the teletype, and I have to tell you, there wasn't you could have heard a pin drop.
What went through your mind?
I looked at it and I said, I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know what it was. To me, I remember the campaign pledge that President Clinton had given to the gay community to get the gay vote, that he was going to do something about the disparaging treatment of the gay servicemen and women. But when I saw it, I didn't really know what it meant immediately. Obviously,
the issue of don't ask, don't tell is very big in Washington, with the Pentagon weighing in, the president on down weighing in on the issue. Laura, as the Nights Out group is also very out front on this, one of the most prominent members is Lieutenant Dan Choi, who many people have come to associate with this issue. Tell us a little bit about him.
Well, Lieutenant Choi got together with a couple of other West Pointers and decided to form this group, Nights Out, which is a group of alumni, faculty, and staff who are united in supporting gays and lesbians, bisexuals and transgender folks serving openly in the armed forces. But Lieutenant Choi, Nights Out wasn't advocating for people to come out, but Lieutenant Choi made a personal decision that he could no longer live the lie, and that he needed to come out and be who he was. Arab linguist, West Point graduate, obviously, Iraqi vet, invited onto the Rachel Maddow show and said those 3 words, "I am gay." And the Army started proceedings against him.
You actually, John, had the experience of implementing the policy of don't ask, don't tell with one of your subordinates.
Yes, a member of another unit followed one of my senior drill sergeant in my command into a gay bar, followed him out, and then reported him to our command colonel. And I was put in the position as the acting commander of my unit to do something about it. And I have to tell you, as I said offline earlier, I came this close to telling that soldier that I was gay to help bring them some comfort, but I did not. What I chose to do was I decided that I wasn't going to ruin their career. This was a Vietnam vet who needed only 3 months more for retirement. I wasn't going to take all of his benefits away from him simply because someone blew the whistle on him. And so I decided that I would do something. I had an alternate solution that allowed him to serve honorably and finish his tour and didn't ruin his life. But you see, that's what it's about. It's ruining lives in the military. If people find out you're gay, look what happened to Dan Choi. He said those 3 words on national television, and he's been fighting to keep his career ever since. And if you haven't met him, he's an incredible person. He personifies a professional soldier.
And also has services and skills that are greatly in need, yet the Army is ostensibly trying to get rid of him.
Absolutely.
Is that the kind of experience that you saw as well? Not under Don't Ask, Don't Tell, because you predated that. But I mean, when the military went after gays and lesbians, was it regardless of their ability to do their job?
Sure, it certainly was. And when I was in the service, I was just coming out myself. I was starting to date a woman for the first time, and I was terrified. I had just graduated from West Point, and I was terrified that I was going to have an investigation done on me and that I was going to get kicked out. And so it affected my performance and my ability to be honest with those around me as well. And we lost some really good soldiers. I can think of not a lot, but some of my classmates and others who I know, 4 West Pointers that come to mind that have been let go. Either they got investigated and something got put in their files, so they got out. Good company commanders. Another woman just tired of fighting after 9 years. An amazing woman with an amazing career, first Special Forces commander. Another woman spoke Chinese, Russian, English, an amazing woman as well, got forced out due to an investigation after 10 years of service. story after story. It's not a good policy.
And part of the problem with the policy is that it forces soldiers to lie.
Not only does it force them to lie, it forces them to make a choice. They're either going to have to hide and pretend that they're not who they are, or they're going to get thrown out. And actually, more importantly, of course, I was lying about who I was, not to myself, but to everybody else. But after,
you weren't out when you were...
No, I was not. I was very much in the closet, and I was not suspected. But after that incident with my senior drill sergeant, I was concerned that I was next, because that's why I left the military. Think about it. Right now, I'd still be in, and I probably would have served in Iraq and Afghanistan, but they lost me. And I was a line infantry officer.
Link TV is the only U.S. network dedicated to global and national news, uncompromising documentaries, and diverse cultural programs. Programs which connect you to the world. To learn more, visit linktv.org.